The following program is a production of TV Tacoma.
Hello and welcome to Business Matters, the show about people behind businesses that help make Tacoma a great place to live and work. I'm your host, Mike Work, and today our guest is Joe Zawecki, who's president of Tahoma Imports. Welcome, Joe.
It's good to be here, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks, and I'm looking forward to learning more about your, it's an import business, right?
It is.
And a retail business. You can, if we want to buy something from you, we go online and you have a great range of goods there.
Yes, that's exactly it. We're in the backyard of Amazon.com and Nordstrom's, and we like to think that we offer a great product, great customer service, with the ability to buy it online at your convenience.
What do you sell?
We sell Tiffany lighting.
Cool.
Gemstone globes, and currently outdoor and patio furniture, Adirondack chairs.
Adirondack chairs, which I understand are very popular.
They're very popular. We've had customers drive from as far away as Monroe, Washington, which is about a 2-hour drive.
To visit your warehouse?
Visit our warehouse. We open our warehouse on Saturdays occasionally and do limited showings and sales there, and they've been very popular.
And your prices are competitive for Adirondack chairs, I'm sure for lamps as well.
Absolutely. That's one of the neat things about what we do, being direct importers. We're able to go directly to the factories that are making for some very high-end and well-known names, buy the same great product, bring it here to Tacoma, and offer it at essentially wholesale to the public.
Fantastic. So you go to, what's your website?
www.tahomaimports.com.
And they can see this whole range of goods there and know that it's right here in Tacoma that this business is located.
Absolutely. And if you are a resident of the city of Tacoma and you make a purchase, under the shipping option, it will actually trigger a free shipping, and we'll personally deliver it to your door.
No kidding. Free shipping if you're in Tacoma, because it's a hometown business.
That's exactly right. We love our hometown, and we want to make our local customers have something a little special.
Fantastic. Now tell me about the Tiffany lights. I mean, these are the ornate lamps that have sort of glass welded together, or whatever you call it, sort of real artistic, beautiful lamps.
Correct. They are soldered using copper. So how they make these is actually very extensive. They pour out the glass, and then it's rolled and then cut and then assembled. Each piece, up to 3, 4, some of them even 1,000 pieces of hand-cut glass, are then wrapped in copper foil and soldered. It's quite an amazing actual piece of art.
And the result is a design. Each lamp has its own sort of unique design along a specific pattern, but each must be a little bit unique.
They are. The patterns, you know, if we have 30 items of one model, yes, there may be a bluebird on it. But there are subtle differences in each one because each one is handmade. So it does make it you have a very unique piece in your home.
And some of these are specific to a period pieces, or like, is that right?
It is. Traditional Tiffany style patterns tend to lean more towards floral patterns, which are in the early part of the last century. Were very popular, and those still remain popular. And however, there's newer designs such as stained glass items that are of the mission motif, and even Art Deco now. We have some Art Deco products we've brought in that are very popular. Which
is a modern look, but is also one that has a sort of historic appeal.
Correct. Correct.
Fantastic. What other designs do you have?
Well, currently the traditional Tiffany and the floral patterns. The Art Deco and the Mission are, I think, the core of it. We do have some leaning more towards the French and Baroque designs, and actually been working on an order recently with our factories and looking at even more of a modern design, and maybe offering some more contemporary products during the summer.
So you have the lamps, you have the range of Adirondack chairs, and also globes. These are world globes.
Globes and atlases.
Map types of globes.
Correct. Yeah, they're handmade. Generally, you get about 224 pieces of hand-cut gemstones, cut and polished. Very high end. We generally sell them for right around $100.
No kidding.
We've had customers tell us that they thought that was a great deal. When they've looked for them, they've been over 300. And again, that ties into, you know, you're buying from a direct importer. I learned years ago out at Westport and even in Maine with the lobster fishermen, there's the old saying you can buy at the boat price or you can buy at the store price.
Right.
So we give people an option to...
The boat price.
Yeah, yeah. And the gemstone globes are a great little story. Many people think of imports as having a connotation of being mass-produced and maybe not as great quality, but it's like anything. You know, bad quality can be made anywhere in the world. And these gemstone globes are actually made by a collective, a family-run collective. And when I go
Where?
In China, in the People's Republic, and I'll go and visit the factory owner, and Mr. Hu, and he'll lament to me how working with family and you know, a brother might cut and polish the stones and the brother-in-law handles the metal work and working within a family in a collective environment, the headache that goes along with it. He's a small businessman also, but those are all handmade and just a great gift item, actually. We have Father's Day coming.
They look beautiful.
What do you get somebody that's got everything, but that's unique?
A beautiful globe.
Yeah.
And with the wood exterior that holds it, usually?
We went with a metal alloy exterior, and we offer them in brushed bronze, gold, as well as a silver and pewter plating. That was our choice. We certainly can source them in wood, but we went with
all kinds of choices. What other products do you have?
Well, an offshoot of the popularity of the tabletop globes is we brought in paperweights made of gemstones also, and bottle stoppers, wine bottle stoppers, pin sets, bookends. We like to call those jewelry for your books.
Right.
And an offshoot is we also brought in glass picture frames.
Wow.
We know that art glass frames have been, you know, when I price them out, retail for as much as $40, and we're able to actually bring in these art glass frames with gold leaf inlay in them and offer them at $20 to the public. And
that's incredible.
Those are very popular during the wedding season as gifts. They'll buy a set of them and give them to the bride and groom where they can showcase their memories.
So it sounds like you have a pretty impressive array of products, a line that's working well for you.
It is working well. You know, we look to expand as we grow and offer new items. As we talked about earlier in the conversation, we started with the lamps, and then that progressed to the most current items, the Adirondack chairs, which we're excited about. And,
so how long have you been doing this? How long has Tahoma Imports been around?
Well, we started in the spring of 2007, go figure, in a recession.
Right.
So we're relatively new. We're about 3 years old.
And how's business gone since you started?
Well, business is a struggle. We'd like to see it doing better, but we've increased sales each year.
That's fantastic.
And this year we've increased the margins on the product we're selling. So we're trending in the right direction. We'd like to obviously make more sales and feel more comfortable as a small business, but we're excited about the future.
But you're on a good trajectory. You started in 2007 with one product. You're continually expanding products successfully, and your profit margins continue to rise, or your business, the amount of business that you're doing continues to rise.
Correct. Yes.
And so what you have this is the kind of business where you need to have a very good website, right?
That's absolutely critical, and we have great bones built on the website. A great young designer built it. We recognize we still have some work to do maybe on the look and some of our imaging to make it even a little bit better.
But that's an important part of the business. And then you have the warehouse, right?
Correct.
Those are the key components.
Yeah, you got to have a place to store it safely and distribute and ship it out of.
And so everything is distributed and shipped, and so you have to manage that part of the business, which is have the orders come in from the website, package them and send them, and be sure they get there in one piece.
Yeah. The one piece is critical. When you're selling glass, you definitely want to make sure it gets there. We've surprisingly, literally can count probably on the hands the amount of damage each year. These are packed, they're pretty extensive. They're designed to pass UPS, FedEx drop tests. You know, they get on a ladder and throw it down 5 feet.
Do you get to do that?
You send it to the package testing lab.
Oh, I'd like to test that for you. This sounds fun. But
yeah, it can be. We might actually have some there that we'll let our customers get on the ladder and do.
Oh, good. Oh, well, no. So do you choose the packaging, or is that an industry in itself? Is that part of the decision-making process you had to go into as a business person, how it would be packaged?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Early on, early on with the packaging, if you don't, especially with glass, if you don't really have a firm understanding of what the standards are, the drop tests that's required by the various shipping companies, you'll end up with a lot of damaged items, and you have two things that happen right away. You have a dissatisfied customer,
Right.
And then, you know, if you try to claim a damage with one of the shipping companies and it's insufficient, well, then you're not going to be recouped. So now you have a dissatisfied customer and you have a loss of the revenue. And nobody wins in that situation. So
the way that the shipping companies deal with that is they have an independent agency that drop tests and, you know, test your packaging to certify it?
Well, I don't know if it's independent. I believe they actually run it, but they have a division. You know, they're probably some type of QC division that handles that, and it's a great resource for any business, big or small,
makes perfect
to know
sense.
what you're getting in ahead of time, to make sure that you can market, especially if business like us, where we market throughout the whole United States and the world for that matter. We ship our items to Europe.
How many employees do you have now?
Well, we have 2 full-time employees. We have the help of several family members and investors who lend their expertise and time in the background.
No kidding.
I'd like to say I get to be the president and janitor.
Yes.
And
so it's still a pretty small business, and you can do all this work with just 2 full-time employees in addition to yourself.
Correct, and that's the wonderful thing about leveraging the internet and technology in the new economy is a little old company in Tacoma with limited resources can compete with larger companies, provide great levels of service. You know, we like to, amongst our conversations, think of ourselves as a boutique that customers can count on. You know, we recognize the name, we recognize the repeat customers. They email or call, they're going to get an answer to their questions. We're pretty good at that.
So you behave like a boutique business as well as look like one. It's more than just a vision for how you...
Takes a lot of work, you know. A lot of times it's 7 days a week with a lot of hours, but we enjoy the challenge, and it's fun. It's a great job.
Well, I'm curious to hear how you got started on this business in 2007. After this break on Business Matters. Welcome back to Business Matters, and our guest, Joe Zawacki, president of Tahoma Imports. Joe, before we broke away, we heard all